Ketchup. One of the world's most beloved condiments is a staple in just about every kitchen. Whether you're drizzling it on a burger, dipping your fries, or adding a flavorful kick to your favorite dish, ketchup is that trusty sidekick that always shows up at the table. But have you ever wondered how it's possible that you can grab a bottle of ketchup at nearly any grocery store, no matter where you are? To meet that massive demand, this factory cranks out a jaw-dropping 1.8 million bottles of ketchup every single day. That's roughly 175,000 tons of ketchup a year. To produce that much, automated harvesters gather millions of ripe tomatoes every season. So how exactly do these juicy tomatoes get transformed into that smooth, rich sauce we all know and love? Let's take a peek behind the scenes at the high-speed, high-volume production line of one of the most iconic sauces on the planet. Deep in Woodland, California, a golden region with over 250,000 acres of tomato fields, science and cutting-edge technology come together to grow one of the most essential ingredients in our kitchens. Today's tomatoes are nothing like what our grandparents grew. Thanks to advanced hybrid varieties, they yield more, stay fresher longer, and offer consistent quality across the board. Around here, it's totally normal for a single field to produce 50 to 60 tons of tomatoes per harvest. On this farm, they focus on growing processing tomatoes, the kind used to make sauces, pizza toppings, pasta dishes, and canned tomatoes. These aren't your average garden tomatoes. They've got thick skins, firm flesh, and are tough enough to handle fully automated harvesting without getting squashed. But no matter how modern the farming gets, one thing remains unchanged. The tomatoes still have to be bright red, flavorful, and perfectly ripe. After about 90 days on the vine, the tomatoes reach their peak plump, meaty, and bursting with color, ready to be picked and turned into your favorite sauces. Harvesting tomatoes isn't as simple as it sounds. In fact, if tomatoes want to make it onto your plate, they'd better show up bright red to tell the difference between red tomatoes, green ones, or even just a bit of dirt or a stray vine. These advanced systems can sort through up to 75 tons of tomatoes per hour, working side by side with mechanical harvesters. They're so fast, they scan up to 32 times per second, way faster than the human eye can even process. Harvest kicks off when massive machines slice through the tomato plants and send them up a conveyor for sorting. Inside, vibrating metal bars shake the tomatoes loose from their stems. Thanks to the power of gravity, heavier, ripe tomatoes are separated out, while the leftover leaves, vines, and debris get pushed to the back, later recycled as fertilizer for the next season. Then it's time for the real magic. Tomatoes pass through an optical box equipped with specialized lighting and cameras that inspect each tomato in real time. When a ripe red tomato is spotted, the system sends a signal to compressed air cylinders, activating small arms that literally flick any unripe or damaged fruit or sneaky rocks right off the line and back into the field. Only the cleanest, ripest, most vibrant tomatoes make it onto the trucks ready for their journey to the processing plant. It's a high-speed tomato triathlon, and it all happens right there in the middle of the field. The highest quality tomatoes get a VIP ride to the factory loaded into massive trailers, each carrying up to 300,000 tomatoes, or around 22 tons. About 24 of these trailers leave the farm every day, packed just tightly enough to keep the tomatoes from getting bruised on the way. Once they arrive, a surprisingly clever process kicks off. The entire trailer is flooded with water, causing the tomatoes to float gently out through a side chute. Dirty water, mud, and debris get filtered out through slotted conveyors. From there, the tomatoes drop into a clean water channel where heavier rocks sink to the bottom and get removed. This tomato swimming lesson isn't just for fun, it's the first step in a thorough cleaning process. The tomatoes are funneled into a giant bubbling tank, where jets of air stir the water to loosen up any dirt stuck to the skins. Then, they're sent down a stair-step conveyor, where high-powered water jets give them one final rinse to blast away any leftover sand or soil. Next, it's sorting time. The tomatoes roll over a series of metal bars with small gaps the smaller ones fall through and are set aside for juice production, while the larger ones keep moving forward. That's where the real tech kicks in. A network of 60 ultra-precise cameras scans each tomato, instantly spotting anything that's undercolored too pale or still a little yellow. Compressed air jets then zap those tomatoes right off the line with pinpoint accuracy. But machines don't do all the work. Human inspectors take one last look to make sure only the best make the cut. Any tomatoes that don't pass inspection? Still not wasted. They're sent off to be turned into juice. Nothing goes to waste here. Once the tomatoes pass quality inspection, they head into a steam chamber, a spinning drum that uses hot vapor to loosen their skins. Under high heat, the outer layer starts to peel away, making them ready for the next step: mechanical peeling. Here, high-speed rubber disc rollers gently rub the tomatoes, separating the skin from the flesh without damaging the inside. It all happens at lightning speed to keep up with the massive daily output. Right after peeling, a system of water jets washes away any leftover skin, pushing the pieces down through gaps between the rubber discs so they can be completely removed. The freshly peeled tomatoes then move onto another conveyor for a final rinse. This line helps regulate the flow and spacing of the tomatoes before they enter the next stage of processing. Then comes the manual checkpoint. On the size sorting belt, skilled workers take a close look at every tomato, removing any that are bruised, damaged, or still have bits of skin left on. If a tomato didn't quite get fully peeled, no worries, it gets cleaned up by hand to make sure everything is perfect. Because in the end, it's all about one thing: creating that rich, smooth, delicious ketchup with zero impurities and maximum flavor. Once the tomatoes are perfectly peeled, they slide down a chute straight into the cutting station. Here, ultra-fast stainless steel blades moving so fast they're practically a blur dice the tomatoes into tiny cube-like chunks, almost like little red jewels. But this isn't full-on mush mode. The tomatoes are just finely chopped enough to separate the juicy seed-filled core from the firmer flesh. Why? Because leaving in the pulp and seeds could make the sauce too watery, and nobody wants runny ketchup. Next up, the diced tomatoes head through one final checkpoint, where sharp-eyed workers scan for any pieces that don't meet the perfect red standard. Only the best of the best move forward to the cooking phase. From there, it's time to get smooth. The tomatoes enter an industrial grinder, where special blades break them down into a thick, pulpy blend. This stage is all about prepping the mix for seamless blending with other ingredients later on. But before anything gets cooked, the mixture goes through a series of high-tech sieves and fine filters designed to catch every last seed, skin fragment, or unwanted bit. This ultra-thorough filtering process isn't just for texture, it's key to giving ketchup that smooth, consistent feel we love, while also removing impurities that could shorten shelf life. The result? A rich, silky tomato base that's ready to become the ketchup we all know and crave. Now we're in the heart of the processing zone, where ketchup comes to life using just 5 main ingredients: tomato paste, vinegar, sugar, salt, and a secret blend of spices. That spice mix? Still measured out by hand, just like it's always been, to preserve that classic signature flavor. Once grinding is complete, the tomato puree is pumped into giant stainless steel kettles where it's slowly cooked. These steam-heated vats are constantly stirred to prevent burning or sticking, because the cooking process can take several hours. This mixing phase is critical. It's what gives ketchup that rich, smooth, balanced flavor we all love. The mixture is gradually heated and then slowly cooled to make sure every element is perfectly blended. This factory alone can produce up to 330 tons of ketchup a day. Once the mixing is done, the sauce is pumped through insulated pipes to the sterilization station, where it's heated to high temperatures to kill off any bacteria and extend shelf life. Then it's flash cooled and sent straight to the final stage: bottling. After sterilization, the ketchup flows straight into the filling station. Empty bottles are already lined up, moving steadily down a conveyor belt toward the automatic filler. Using a system with 70 filling nozzles, the machine pumps the perfect amount of ketchup into each bottle with precision. Every single bottle is then checked to make sure it meets the exact weight requirements before being tightly capped. Next comes labeling, and each bottle gets 3 of them. One around the neck, one in the front, and one on the back. That's what gives it that polished, store shelf-ready look. Once labeled, the bottles head to the tray packing machine. A flat tray is pulled from below, folded around the bottles, and then wrapped in shrink film to keep everything neat and secure. From there, the trays of ketchup head to the palletizing machine ready to be loaded onto trucks and sent out to supermarkets, restaurants, and kitchens all over the world. But bottles aren't the only stars of the show. A separate canning line runs non-stop to meet global demand for different packaging formats. Aluminum cans are neatly lined up and ready for filling. The automated machine fills each can with ketchup quickly and cleanly. The entire process is fully automated for maximum precision and hygiene. Then it's off to the sealing machine. Steam is used to push out the air from each can before the lid is placed on top and crimped tightly to form an airtight seal. This aluminum barrier keeps oxygen out, preserving the ketchup for up to 9 months, no preservatives needed. Next, it's labeling time again, this time with the cans flying through the machine horizontally at lightning speed. Glue and labels are applied with pinpoint accuracy, with hundreds of cans labeled per minute. Once complete, they're boxed up and ready to ship out to consumers around the globe. With global demand for ketchup skyrocketing, this factory now produces over 400 million bottles and 70 million cans every year, exporting ketchup to every corner of the planet. And that's exactly why, no matter where you are, you're probably never too far from a bottle of ketchup.
If you enjoyed, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Food and World for more fascinating food facts, mind-blowing psychology, and amazing stories from around the globe. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next adventure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.